I felt this deep calling to sit down here and pull up some cards for the collective that arrived here. I don't know what this reading is going to be about, but I trust the energy that brought me here to bring up a spread to those that arrive. As I also hope that you trust that you find this reading for no coincidence. There is a synchronicity that brought you here. Somehow your energy felt connected to this, and trust that. Trust what brought you here. Knowing that at some point in this reading, you will find a message that will shine light into whatever challenges you are experiencing on your current moment. If it's the first time you're here, welcome. I'm the Sacred Owl. I want to welcome into this inner circle and invite you to channel your energy together as we start this reading. Just take a moment and align with yourself, align with what you're experiencing, and make a wish. Make a wish and know that in a moment, there's going to be an answer that will help you unfold whatever challenges, whatever energies you feel that are blocking you right now. So with no more delays, let's start our reading. Please, spirits, clarify what this reading is about. What are the messages that the collective must know, must receive to help them unfold challenges, doubts they have over a current situation, their current moment. I feel like cutting this deck in a few pieces before pulling a card. The Coffin, the Death card. I'll pull one more card, but I feel that for many of you, something has come to an end. And you're still observing that chapter ends unfolding. All right. This the phoenix, it's like putting the coffin, the cover of the coffin in, but it's still observing it. There is a slow motion, a slow energy connected to this card specifically, and I feel that this embraces a little bit the current energy that you are experiencing. It's almost like, okay, something has had like an end, it has materialized, but you itself, you haven't found that resolution yet. All right, let's understand what we are talking about. But I also want to tell you that know that this is just not a end, because the universe has a hand on this. The universe wants you somewhere else, in the middle of the circle of life. You know, there's this new cycle for you. The universe does not want you there anymore. All right, I have a card falling here, the Children. Okay, please clarify this card for me before I give the message. Clarify the Children. Wheel of Life. I feel that this is a long-term thing. For many of you, could have come from your childhood. All right? Memories, things that were said, situations that happened that shaped you, your beliefs, and over yourself or over situations. Could have been relationships as well. Okay, for some of you there was an end in a relationship, and then maybe you have a belief, something was taught, things should Just examples, okay, guys? Things should end in a certain way, okay? This should have ended, and we should have found a resolution for the situation. So that's why you're stuck. This does not necessarily need to relate to a love situation, okay? This could also be personal, new job, change of life, broken relationships, friendships, okay, things like that. We're still gonna explore deeper this message to understand what this is about more specifically, but there's movement here. And as I told you, this card confirms the universe does not want you where you are at emotionally, okay? This card is bringing me the understanding that life is moving on. The only one that is delayed within this motion is you, okay? Because there is something that you can't let go of. This could relate to children as well. If you are a mother or father, it could relate to your children, okay? But let's keep exploring. Please clarify. Wow. The fox. I want more cards. You're scared. You're scared of finding this resolution, okay? I still don't know what we're talking about specifically, so I'm trying to pick up the energies to unfold. And guys, in timeless readings like this, it's also important because to be patient, to be like kind with the energy that arrives, because the energy does not present itself like straightforward in a masculine way, you know, like it sometimes really unfolds layer by layer because he wants you to hear every single part of it because it's important. You know, it unlocks little things, and there is a motion, there is a flow on it. You are scared of moving. Why are you scared of moving? You're just like there observing like everything changing around you, but you're just stuck. Young gypsy. Okay, I feel that we could be talking about lack of trust on yourself, okay? Oh my God, I understand. Okay. Wow, this reading is powerful. This reading is powerful. It's beautiful. I understand. Wow. Sit down. Do you see that we have the children here? Whether you're a man or a woman, it matters not. It matters the expression of the energy, okay? When you are a young girl or young boy, someone did not offer you the tools to trust yourself. It's almost like you are in constantly self-doubt. You might be a person that is constantly, you might move, you do things, don't get me wrong, all right? But every single step of the ladder, you're asking, is this right? Is this wrong? Is this the right decision that I'm making? I don't know. You know, so you move, but you are used to move while questioning yourself constantly. That's why there is delay in this situation, all right? So this is definitely related to a past situation, all right? For some of you, if you have children, maybe this message is here to teach you, do not, if you connect with this energy, do not teach this, did not pass this to other generation. If that's not your case, ignore this message, all right? But if you somehow this was something that happened back there, and this is influencing you right now, and spirits want you to know that, want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, when I was a child, what happened? You know, you need to stop and look to the past, all right? There is a child here that is the only child that is static, looking to the other ones, having fun, enjoying. So you need to go back and look to your path, okay? To your later timeline, okay? You need to return a little bit on your older timelines, okay? And right now, we have a energy here full of opportunities, success, and this card itself comes with a lot of hope in the future. So it seems to me that you are a dreamer. You know, despite doubting yourself, you have also a sense of self-trust that you know you can accomplish. But the way you've been moving has been delaying you to achieve whatever you want. Relationships, work, okay? Yeah, creative projects, you know, investment, everything. It's almost like we need to keep diving into this energy to understand better, okay? Woo! Guys, leave a like in this video, a hype, a comment. Okay, just let me know that you're here, that you're present, that this is resonating. My readings are not always easy to digest. They're very true, they're very real, and I'm not scared. If they are for 100 people, for 1,000 people, for 10,000, for 100,000, for a million, you know, I know that for me, as long as they are for the right people, I'm in. Okay. It could also be that you arrived here because this reading fits someone else in your life that needs to receive this message. Don't ignore this. Sometimes happens a lot. Wow, guys, okay. All right. I have here Mask of Spell, Gypsy Tent, and a partnership here. Okay. I feel that this is, could be, we could deal with that what came to an end was a relationship. All right. What came to an end for some of you was a relationship. Okay. Could be also a partnership on work. Okay. Or friendships. And right now, what is heavy for you is that it's difficult for you to accept being alone, or maybe you're not used to be alone. This could have been a long-term relationship, and you don't know how to be by yourself anymore. Okay, and this is like delaying this process. Okay, it could be that you've been taught that at your age, at your moment, at the stage you are in life, that you need to be in a relationship. This is why we talked about the later timeline, older timelines, okay? Because yes, that maybe for you it causes you deep pain, deep confusion, deep like self-doubt, like questioning. This card is a card of confusing mental processes and illusions. All right, the Mask of Spell, and it's one of the worst cards that we have in the deck. But it doesn't mean that you can overcome this energy. Of course you can. Nevertheless, since it's associated with a card that is the Gypsy Tent, a hermit card, a card of self-knowledge, of inner work, of loneliness, but comprehensive loneliness, is a Virgo card. It seems to me that there is a sort of being alone, being solo, causes you deep uncomfortable feelings or deep mental process that are difficult to overcome. And here I have this card. So that's why I say, okay, or this is a professional partnership, or is like a relationship. For many of you, I do feel that is like a relationship, all right? Of any kind. Could be love, all right? But I do feel that. Let's keep on going. Let's move along with this reading. Wow, guys, this is super powerful, really. But I also love this reading for you because no readings are just about the situation. They are also about how to accomplish. So let's dive into and know what the universe wants you to know. What else? So we get closer and closer for an advice for you. Okay. If you want to share which of the situations like fit you better. Is this like a past relationship? Yeah. Is this like a partnership on the professional side? Yeah. Someone taught you that being alone is not natural, or like you taught yourself this. Is like something comes deep down for like long processes. Okay, please let's move along. What else for the collective here? Wow, guys, powerful. I'm really shuffling the cards. I'm gonna give one more shuffle because I feel that the energy needs to When I pull the cards out of the deck, I'm feeling these blocks coming out. You might be a very structured person. It's difficult for you to break through your structures, and also structure in your daily life. Very methodical, very like routine oriented. It doesn't mean you're not creative, that you're not expressive, spontaneous, nothing of that. You could have both, okay? But for sure, like almost like I'm hearing things have their stages, should happen in stages. And then when things fall off of that like timeline, that it's almost for you, it's like what happened, what went wrong. And I'm also hearing like you gotta accept that not always is like this. Okay, it's not always like this, sorry. That it is sometimes that you can plan how much you want, you can structure, you can think about the stages of things, and you must understand not everything it's over your control. It's about releasing control, knowing when things go sour because they go sour. It doesn't mean you have a hand on it. Hearing also like someone maybe told you that, oh, well, you have a part on this relationship not going well, you have a part on this things not going well. Sometimes you don't, you do the best you can, okay, and this is the way it is. All right, needed to tell you that. It came to me while I was here. Anyway, keep on going. Okay, intuition and guys. Intuition and the journey. I think it's time for you to go on a trip, to take a trip somewhere else. Look, I feel that deep down, you already know the answer. This is just a confirmation for you, okay? You need to change. You need a change of scenery. You need a change of scenery. In this current moment, in order to move along, you need to detach from the environment that is bringing you this vibration. Whatever that means to you, take a trip. Go somewhere else. And I feel that deep down you already know, I need to get out of here. You might be experiencing this feeling within yourself where your intuition is trying to tell you sometimes you just really need to go away from the environment. And that's already refreshing for itself. And it doesn't mean that you don't need to go back there. Sometimes you're going to have the responsibility of going back and dealing with that energy. And maybe what I'm picking up here with this card, with the intuition, is that you're feeling, oh, maybe I need to go do something different, try another work, meet new people, or take a trip for myself where I'm not just being alone with myself in that uncomfortable position on my routine, on my daily life. I'm alone with myself. I'm alone with myself is a bit redundant. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm alone. I'm with myself, but somewhere different where other things catch my attention. So once you're traveling, you're seeing something different. It's almost like, oh, it's fulfilling. Do you know what I mean? But if you sit right there in the same space, with the same people surrounding you, feeling, if it's a relationship and you used to live with that person, looking to the things that you guys build together, it's very hard to move on, really. And if you have this thing, oh, but I'm going to travel alone, I'm going to see a place alone, who cares? Go. Deep down, you got to go. Oh, I'm going to try a new work. I don't know anyone there. Damn, just go for an interview. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. At least you're moving forward, you're trying new things. You know what I mean? And your intuition is screaming, or will be screaming at you. All right? So it seems to me that you need new perspectives. All right? Clarification to close this reading. Guys, this is powerful, and I love this reading for you because it's about self-love, but also like let go. I do feel change of scenery. You already know what to do. Here, do you know what this is? Is the universe calling you into your next timeline? That's why you're seeing this. The universe wants you somewhere else spiritually, But this is together with the intuition. That's a card that we saw here. This is really talking about vibration. Vibration. It's a vibrational matter. Vibration. Trust. If you trust tarot readings, you need to trust energy. If you trust energy, trust that the vibration sometimes get heavy where you are at. Maybe your house also needs a cleaning, spiritual cleansing. And this shouldn't be done by you. All right, just so you know, do not engage in the spiritual cleansing. Try someone, ask a friend to clean the house for you. And that's the case spiritually, One more card. I feel drawn to pull one more card. There's something else that must arrive to you. Wow, guys. Woo! I love this energy. I really do. Powerful. Mask of Spell. I understand. Look, this card is not just about physical. It will become. This is a card of manifestation. Okay. And this is a card that, as I told you, could be you need to go on a trip, you need a change of scenery, you need movement, but also is a card of an ethereal ether. Is like earth to ether card. What does that mean, Sacred Owl? It means like right now you are solidifying in a timeline where you have outgrown the timeline you are. All right, the concept of timeline manifestation. If you're used to it, know that you have outgrown the place you are, maybe the job, that relationship, yourself, like you're different, but the thing is like you are in the same place and the universe wants you in a higher timeline. So this is going to show up to you when you're just at the edge of transferring that timeline. And this card is the last card for you, because the only reason you wouldn't quantum jump from this timeline you are for the next one, or for the next level, is your own mind. Is not believing that there is something better for you. Is not believing that there is more. Maybe whatever you had that came to an end in love, life, professionally, felt so big and amazing to you, but know that there's much more, even if it's bigger than that, and you feel like, whoa, that limiting belief, but even bigger, yes, there is more. Limiting beliefs, mental process will be the only thing that will keep you away from quantum jumping for manifesting a better life and being in a different vibrational timeline, okay? So be aware of that, in case the universe does not want you where you are at. Guys, if this resonates and was meaningful to you, leave a hype, a like, a beautiful comment, and of course subscribe to this channel, because I want to see you in other readings. I want to bring light to you, and what I do with all my heart. I pour my heart into this. This really has meaning for me. This work gives me strength, and if you could support that, if this message supports you, wouldn't that be beautiful? That's what communities are about, and let's elevate our energies and our dreams together. All right, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining this reading. I see you soon, hopefully in other vibration and shining bright just the way you're meant to. Bye.